What's up, everybody? Welcome to the best show during the week. Definitely better than CMP. Custom produced. Yeah, like I said, welcome. We're going to talk about statues on throne and who deserves to exactly be on said throne. This is kind of a continuation of a talk we were having last show, and it started to get kind of interesting. So I kind of wanted to keep that energy going, and talk about what characters that we think should be on throne and what characters shouldn't be on throne, because obviously there are some characters that gravitate more towards sitting down, and there's ones that gravitate more towards action and stuff like that. So, but with that, CMP, what's up, man?
The final boss.
Well, I'm the one true boss.
Yeah. No, man, I love your intro for this one. So, and that music, man, I was just like, man, you always get me with that freaking music. But thanks for having me, man.
No problem. You know how bad I have to struggle to say CMP, not Steve. Like I have to think about it.
I see it in your face.
I struggle in my mind. I'm like CMP.
That's respect. I know.
What's up, Piggy? How you doing today?
I am well, and I think it's only befitting to follow the one true boss and the final boss, being master of the universe. So happy to be here, ready to talk some thrones.
Sweet. Buck Fangs, what's up, man? I know. This is a custom show, but you're welcome. I know you have so much hate in your heart for the custom genre, but you know, I figured I'd invite you anyways, just to hear your opinions. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on.
What you know today? Anything crazy? Nothing?
Just work,
Work.
And then like for leisure, I was watching an anime.
Anime, you say? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but sounds cool. Matt, what's up, man? You're on mute.
There we go. Not much, man. Thanks for having me on. Thanks for doing the show. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we touched it last week. So
yeah, like I said, we kind of started talking about it, and I was like, you know what, this is kind of a good topic. I think it's something's fun to talk about. So that's why I kind of told everybody to kind of stop talking about it when we're on last show. But yeah, how's your day going? What you been up to?
Yeah, days all right. Had baseball again. Had a game during midday today at like around 1:00 in the afternoon during the blistering heat.
Gotcha.
They didn't fare so well.
Don't you hate it when you're like out there in the heat and your team doesn't do good? You know, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
All my girls have played softball, like hardcore softball, like traveling,
Right.
and you know, I know that feeling to be out there in the heat and you know they lose or whatever, so it sucks.
Yeah.
More, but.
Yeah.
That's not my daughter.
But haven't you guys been watching the Acolyte?
Yeah, I actually finished the last episode today.
The last one?
The last one ever. Yep.
Yeah.
They're gonna cancel after that.
Bro, that episode, I was talking to Piggy backstage about it. That was the fight scene. The whole show, that whole episode was a fight scene. I thought it was really good.
What is this?
It's
The Acolyte?
Acolyte.
The power of one, the power of many.
the new Star Wars show going on right now.
Yeah.
I don't like much of the Kathleen Kennedy era after George Lucas, but Jarhead has convinced me to watch The Acolyte, so I'm gonna start it tonight.
So the thing about it is,
There we go.
it's different, and people don't like, I think, different, and that's why I think a lot of people have been talking smack about it. But I think the overall show, because it's different, because it's like a murder mystery kind of Star Wars show. So
Okay.
it's just different. But this last episode, man, I think it was worth watching all the episodes just for this last episode, because it was nuts.
But it is a Star Wars show. It's
Yeah.
based in the future. I mean, it's like not like
Well,
Star
the-
Wars. It's
the
not like
original-
Star Wars Year One.
The original series, that was after this. Like, so the Acolyte is like 100 years in the past before all of the stuff with like Luke Skywalker and all that stuff. It's 100 years before that. So, but I don't know. I think it's worth watching.
All right.
So is it set before Anakin's time as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
There would be a few characters that would still be alive in that time frame, like
Yoda.
Yoda would be around, but you know, I don't think they're gonna end up showing him. But,
I would say so. Like when Piggy inevitably ends up disappointed, how will you make it up to them?
the hate is strong today.
Yeah.
I'm just following the
I
path
hate-
of the Sith. I'm just
I
following the
hate.
path of the Sith.
Yeah. So in honor of the show today, I wore my
Not
cool
today.
shirt.
Nerd.
What about? Have you guys seen the? How about the boys? Didn't the boys start back up?
Yeah,
There's
boys.
a lot of shows right now. The
Oh.
Boys, the Game of Thrones,
I haven't
started
Comedy on
that.
Tuesdays.
I heard this season of The Boys was trash after
Oh,
like,
really?
4
Oh, wow.
stellar seasons. And this is from like the people that I watch that really go through like play by play with the episodes. I'm still gonna watch it.
It hasn't been as good as the last few seasons. I will say that. I mean, it's not trash, but it's not as good as it has been. So,
And Rebel Moon. I think Rebel Moon's second season came out too, right?
I hate that show.
Is Rebel
Oh,
Moon a show or a
man,
movie?
with the Snyder hit.
It's a movie, I think.
It's a
It's got like 3 different parts, I
Yeah.
think, or something. So,
It's a little slow, but
no. Well, the second one is not slow. It's pretty fast paced, but
okay, I haven't seen it.
No slow motion in it.
I'm telling you, you guys need to watch The Blood of Zeus. You got to watch Blood of Zeus.
Saw that.
Saw it? Did you like it?
Oh,
No, the new season.
there's another season out
Yeah.
now.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, man, I saw that like a couple years ago.
Yeah, they dropped the new season.
That's is that animation?
Yes.
So same people that made Castlevania, right?
It's a cartoon book.
Yeah, I was
Animation.
gonna say it's a cartoon.
Yes, bro.
I mean, it's the same, but it's not. I mean,
It's not anime. But
I'm
yeah,
not gonna argue about that. Don't worry. that's
It's really good, bro.
that's a weird stipulation to make.
what?
Yes, it's
Buck face,
animated. It's animated. Yes, but
Buck what? What?
But
yeah,
don't fight that battle.
check it out, bro. You will not be disappointed.
I will be. I won't watch
No,
it.
No, I
You
guarantee
know why I will be disappointed? It'll have one good fight scene, and then the rest of the show is animated poorly, just
Star
like
Wars, Star Wars.
just like
Nope.
Castlevania.
Nope,
Did you like
Nope.
Castlevania?
it was okay.
Do you
Blood of
think
Zeus
the
is way
animation
better.
was awesome?
I think it was decent.
Yeah, and you think it's better in Blood of Zeus?
Yes.
All right, I'm telling you that it's gonna be poor animation for most of the show,
Can
and
you give
then
it a
it's
try
gonna be.
for the prejudgment? Just give it a try. Give it a try.
He's too busy. He's too busy.
What, okay. What would I
everything
like
within
about
his
it?
soul does not want to give it a try.
What will I like about it? Tell me.
You will like the story, how close they stick to the classical Greek mythology. Again, the writing is great, and the fight scenes are stellar. And it's more than just one; it's enough to keep you entertained.
I will give 2 episodes a try. If it doesn't hook me, I'll hold it over your head for a while. Just be sure about that.
I will publicly accept that as long as
Alright.
you're honest with your assessment. You can't sneak and watch like every episode and be like,
And,
"This
and then
banging,"
I'll tell you
or-
it
or
sucks.
Piggy
No, I
is
wouldn't do that.
trash.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. If
Hey,
it's
real
actually
quick,
good, I'll
say
be honest.
what's up to everybody in the chat. What's up, random Korean?
Wonder Woman on Throne. He wants to see her spread eagle.
What's up, Luke?
Man, I have something coming from DHL, and they're still on their way here. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
How long has it
I've
been in
seen
transit?
DHL drop off at 10 p.m. Steve, in this area.
Wow.
That might happen at my house. No, it was actually UPS actually.
Hey Steve, casual. I want to know what you ordered because you
What's up,
thought about
JoJo?
it and said spread eagle. It's like, yeah, I got a DHL delivery coming.
I know, right? It's a Godzilla piece. I'll show you guys, and it says 13 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry.
No, you're right. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about this topic we started last
I
week.
wanted to mention one thing about Acolyte too. I think my favorite part of it was when the Acolyte chick said it's acolyting time.
That was me. That was not me.
Are you feeling the role of John tonight or what?
Did Morbius show up, Buck?
Anyways, so like I was saying, who deserves a throne? What kind of characters? Who could be any genre? I think Piggy was talking about it earlier. He sent me a couple messages about it. Piggy, you have a
Yes,
couple characters in mind?
yes. I think first and foremost, Skeletor from the Masters of the Universe needs to be on the throne.
Okay.
Anybody deserves to be on the throne. It's Skeletor.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean he's ruling. Excuse me, he's ruling Snake Mountain. He's always trying to take over Castle Grayskull. You love when he's kind of trapdooring people and making them fall into like the sledge under the castle. He's always making wisecracks or trying to zap people from the throne. Like he commands the throne. So I think first and foremost, definitely Skeletor.
So to offset that, a character that I don't think needs to be on throne, Wolverine. I've seen somebody make a Wolverine technically on throne. And I don't even know if you would call it on throne. That's another thing we talk about too, is what do you consider a throne? Because sitting down to me isn't necessarily on throne. Like if the person is like on top of dead bodies, is that a throne? You know, he's sitting on.
Then I removed one from the list that I sent you because Mr. Burns from The Simpsons was one, but he's more seated at a desk.
Uh-huh.
So I guess it's not technically a throne. So
I mean, if that's a throne to you, that's a throne to you. I'm just, that's just the conversation I want to have is what do you consider a throne? And like I said before, is Professor X on throne if he's in a wheelchair?
Uh-oh.
I mean, where do we draw the line on thrones? Because the Mystique that's coming out too.
That's on
People, no, it's not. Some people have said that's on throne, but she's sitting on a chair next to a computer monitor. Is that a throne? I don't know.
technically,
Which actually that brings up another thing. What female character would be worthy of a throne?
One question at a time. We have like 4 questions already.
but with your head, it could be anybody that's sitting down.
Yeah. Like,
People call the toilet the throne.
So
People call the toilet the throne. They're like, yeah, I'm on the throne.
well, but come on, yeah.
So Steve, what character comes to mind when you think of a throne piece?
it will always for me will always be Doom on Throne. Doom on Throne, like custom, XM Studios. No, did they do one? No, Sideshow did one. Like that's always gonna be one. Another one's gonna be Thanos on Throne. That's what they call it, Thanos on Throne. That's no one calls it anything else. But like a character that I was just looking at out of my collection right now. What do you guys think of the Emma Frost on that chair? Like, is that considered on throne?
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, where do you draw that line on throne? And she's not even sitting down. She's got one knee on it. So is that on throne because she's got one knee on it?
I mean, I think we trying to draw that distinction between, is it a regular chair or is it just something that they're sitting on? I think if it tries to draw on that like theme of being regal and like I feel there's depend if they're not simply lounging in it, if they have the posture of as if they're sitting in what would be considered like I guess a throne, an actual throne,
Yeah.
then it works. Because like if we were to just go like the distinction you're trying to make with the Wolverine, where he's sitting on a pile of dead bodies, the dead ninjas,
And they call that statue Wolverine on throne.
I do think it's a throne piece. The
think
same
it's-
with, because if you don't consider that a throne piece, then Magneto on throne, the statue is
That
probably
was gonna
not.
Yeah, that's
It's
my
not a
argument.
throne piece. Why would the Thanos on throne even be a throne piece? It's like you sit on a floating chair.
Well, the
Is he
way
in a
the way I
throne
see
room?
the Magneto on throne is he made it, and it's made. It's like it's not. It's an inanimate object, basically. You know what I'm saying? But he also sculpted a chair out of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a chair.
I wouldn't say that. Like, it's like, because I mean, for Wolverine to sit on those bodies like that, he shaped it for himself. Like there was some art. There was some. He went around. He moved some stuff around so it could look. It could make a nice seating cushion for himself. I definitely think it's hard to make the distinction, but there's certain, like, I think it's one of those things where you know it when you see it,
So like,
whether
like,
it's a throne piece or not.
like Luke saying, tactical Batman. So is that on throne? He's sitting.
I would
at a
call
computer desk.
that a throne piece.
No,
It
I
has
would.
it has the same like motif going for it.
Sorry.
Because I think I wouldn't want to take the throne aspect of throne literal. It's not a literal throne, necessarily. It's just like it has to evoke that idea more or less.
So for me, a throne is something it represents or symbolizes divine power, omnipotence, a ruler, something that displays, like I said, displays power. And I think that it's just it's like a king. You know what I mean? So if you sit on it, you claim authority over subjects and other things and whatnot. So it has to have that representation of, I don't know, omnipotence. You know what I mean? That's what a throne means to me. You look at Batman in a computer chair, that's not representing that. You look at Emma Frost on the sofa,
Love seat, yeah.
love seat. That's not representing that. That's not representing omnipotence and power of ruling. It just doesn't happen. I mean, for that, and that's what a throne means to me. Even Wolverine sitting on the bodies of the ninjas. I guess you could say it's a throne because he wiped out those ninjas. You know what I mean? But that's just still, it's just he's just sitting on a pile of. He's claiming his kill. That's not showing that he's not ruling over anybody else. He just, I knocked these cats out, and
It's not showing an era of regalness.
Exactly.
That's why I stick with Doom. Like, look at the purple on Doom's throne. That's why I use like Skeletor, Hordak. You know what I mean? Those people that command that presence.
But see,
the Cobra Commander.
But see, the thing that I don't, and I said this in the last time. To me, Doom on throne. I don't see Doom like Thanos. I don't see Doom like a Cobra Commander or anything like that. You look at Cobra Commander or you look at Skeletor. The reason being because they're rulers over other people. Doom just has that because he's just Doom's just a crazy dude who's got it in his that's what he wants to see himself as. But he doesn't rule over anybody.
Doesn't he rule Latveria?
He does, yeah.
Yeah, he rules them with an iron fist.
Yeah, I guess he does. Yeah. Not to mention that. Yeah, I guess he does do Latveria. Now that I'm thinking about it, but it's but still, he seems.
Cosplay nerd, probably.
I know, right? CNP cosplay.
He's on throne.
I could never be a freaking Boba Fett, whatever. Man, I laugh too much.
Sorry, man. What were we saying?
No, that's fine. But I guess that's what throne means to me. That's how. So when I see when I see throne or somebody on throne, I'm thinking that character has to fit that billing.
It's a good job that I saw of a character on throne, and it was very befitting. Conan. There's a Conan on throne statue. It's kind of
like Chronicle. King Conan.
Yes. I think that's spot on, and that's perfect for the throne piece because he was kind of a ruler by then. And puts you in mind of the end of the movie when he was on.
That's one of the two Conans I don't have. The two Conans I don't have that I
would love to have that, man. and I'll
Yeah, I've had that.
lie.
It's available a couple of places, and I just timing. It's for me. It's one of those.
What kind of characters do you think don't tend to be? Actually, but what is there any anime characters that you think of that are characters that would be good throne pieces,
Frieza.
like Vegeta,
Why would Vegeta be sitting on
Prince of Saiyans, Vegeta,
Oh, hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You see,
Frieza.
see, the thing that comic book people are fine with is them bastardizing the source material. Like, if it didn't happen in the manga or the anime, it doesn't exist for me. So, like, that stuff. Frieza on throne, probably on that is floating chair device.
Would that be a throne though?
If
It's
you-
floating. It's a floating chair device.
I mean, if you want to consider that a throne, I think I'm a bit more lax with that term than you guys. I think Matt will be the strictest with it here. Like, I kind of think it's one thing I agreed with Matt is that a lot of it being that throne moniker, me assigning it to a statue, me being okay with it, like a lot of that has to do with the character itself and whether the character has that regal air about them. Frieza does. Vegeta's like a loser, you know. He loses every fight, doesn't win
Get
anything.
him out of here.
And like
Get him outta here.
Frieza makes sense for me in that regard if we're talking about Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, definitely with Matt on the point of it's very character dependent. It's less so about whether the character's sitting or not. Like it's much more dependent on who the character is and if they have that air of being a conqueror or like
There you go.
you know.
Okay, so I got one
that
for you, Buck.
aspect to their characterization.
So I got one to ask you about. What about Count Vlad from Castlevania?
Count
He be on the
Vlad.
throne?
Do you mean Vlad Tepes?
Dracula.
The
Yeah,
Dracula.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Can
he's
he
ruling
be on the
that
throne? Yeah.
kingdom.
Yeah, he can, especially with like he literally lives in a castle. Like
Yeah.
it
He should be
that
on the
that
throne.
works for me. Yeah, it can work. Yeah. So yeah, it would work for Dracula. Again, it's very character dependent, right? Certain characters just doesn't feel right. Them being on the throne, like Mystique, like what Jar had said before, Mystique being on that, like being seated, it's more of like a sultry pose to like to be evocative. That's the purpose. Instead of just like her showing any kind of commanding presence, if you get what I mean.
So you don't consider that a throne piece? It's just
No,
a
it's not a
leisurely,
throne piece.
seductive, sultry piece.
Yeah, so I said and I like the characterization that Matt uses, that it's character dependent. So it's more so who the character is if they're seated. Wolverine is not that. Wolverine is bestial. He's too much of a savage for me to see him as that kind of figure.
Same with
So-
Batman.
Same with Batman, but there's also the way he's seated in that chair, and like it's drawing on the themes of like a ruler, and the way he's like there's this kind of
Yeah.
the way
Yeah,
he's seated, and it's also drawing on the imagery that's been used in a bunch of other throne pieces. That's why it feels like a throne
It's out of
piece.
character.
I think the Batman on a throne, it's not necessarily thrown in the sense of what I as I got described, but it's a sense of representation of his mastery of tact. I don't know if this is a word or not, but his a master of he's a master technician.
Tactical.
Tactician. Yeah. So I think that's what it represents. Not necessarily he's a ruler, but it represents that like he's the top of he's a master tactician. And I think that's what makes that piece so good. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. I mean, I don't know.
And
Yeah,
the fact that he's just seated there brooding in the chair, there's just
Right.
something. It
And you know-
exudes power.
And he's right, but he's by himself in the cave. You know what I mean?
That's part of the reason why I think they put tactical throne. You know, they put another
Right.
emphasis on
I
something
guess it
else.
says it right in the name, right?
Yeah. So
I
I
got
don't
it.
know.
I think I just found a good word too, like a phrase that can help, like, help us visualize. It has to be a seat of power. Like, you can see them like
Commanding
yeah,
that throne.
no, not even commanding from it, but it's like it's something where it helps
Worthy.
to magnify their
Yeah.
their authority, like their right to authority, more or less.
The right to rule.
The right to rule.
I got a good one.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
what do you guys think of the Prime One Poison Ivy on throne?
Well,
she's just on a bush, right?
Jesus.
well, okay, I'm not gonna touch that one, but
I mean, technically she is, right?
she is.
On a bush.
But she's queen of the green, so she's out there in the throne amongst the forestry. So it
Yeah,
kind
but
of makes sense to me.
I've got one for you, and this kind of could go either way. What about Joker?
Yeah, he's the prince of.
Could you see Joker on the throne?
Yeah, because he's like the lead like villain in Gotham. So I can see him, leading on the throne. But it wouldn't. I don't know if he would be like a regal throne. It'd be like
I think
Gritty,
there's
It's like the
Grimy
opposite of
throne.
Batman. It's like the opposite of Batman's tactical.
I think there's even like a distinction we need to make in this discussion where it's like there's who should and who shouldn't be. There's that discussion on the throne, and then like what is a throne piece?
there's like
Because-
sub
Oh, yeah,
categories.
Yeah, because in the Poison Ivy on throne, I believe is a throne piece. I don't think she should be on the throne. And then it's like the Joker on throne that Twitter had made. I think of it as a throne piece. I don't think he should be on the throne. Like
Because
the
if
character.
Joker's on throne, then Kingpin's got to be on throne, and everybody that's technically a crime boss.
I could put Kingpin on the throne.
So another thing too, I was thinking about: does it matter how they're sitting on it? For instance, there's a custom Mystique where she's sitting on dead bodies, but she's not. She's like the dead bodies are like in between her legs and stuff. So is that considered a throne piece? Because she's not.
That's how I want to die.
No, and it also
She's
feels
not
like
sitting at
there's no
Can you
the way
bring that
she's
piece up?
seated too. There's no back to the chair and on that piece. She's more like sitting
How's it going,
atop.
Steve?
of
So
the
there
mound.
has to be a back to the piece.
It plays a significant role in selling you on that idea of being on a throne. If you go into a throne room, you don't expect a king to be sitting on a stool. They're sitting on a high back chair more than likely.
So then, do you think not J. Scott Campbell, but you know how they have the Disney, like the evil queen from like Snow White and Cinderella, like the evil queen, the stepmother or whatever? Should they be on thrones?
Well, I think any kind of like obviously ruler,
Royalty.
queen, royalty, that it makes sense for them to be on a throne because that's what it is,
Like
Um,
Aquaman.
Yeah, I'm more trying to figure out the gray part, like is because everything can't be a throne. If you're just because you're sitting down doesn't make it a throne.
And
You know,
and I would even say to that, Piggy, devoid of greater context of the story, and if you just look at the fact that she's the evil queen, yes, you could place her in a chair to sit down, but like taking into context the entire story, the actual like setting, everything. No, I'd say that character specifically should not be seated on the throne. It's just like when Jarhead said Vegeta, right? Yes, he's royalty, he's technically royalty, but that character doesn't make sense because of the story that he's in and like everything that's taking place for him to be seated in a throne. Or it just kind of looks weird. Or maybe I just haven't seen anything that's designed in a way that felt appropriate.
so another thing to add what you're saying, Buck. There's two characters that I'm thinking of that could be on a throne, but for me personally, doesn't make sense to be on a throne, and that's Apocalypse and what's his face from DC?
Bane.
No, with the laser eyes.
Dark Side.
Darkseid.
Yeah.
Both of them doesn't make sense for me to think about them on the throne.
Dark Side.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
because
He's got some dope throne pieces though.
to me, those characters I don't see them as sitting on throne. I see them overbearing, monstrous, intimidating. To me, I don't see them posturing on a throne being that way.
I would actually
with
disagree
Thanos,
with
but you can see it with
Darkseid.
Thanos.
Yeah,
Darkseid
Darkseid
and
definitely.
Thanos are kind of like two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, but you always see him with his hands behind his back, thinking about his next move. Like I just don't see him on a throne.
With Darkseid,
Like,
that's
he
what I can
glides,
see him
floats.
up. Like, there's enough stories with him being seated, like in a throne, that like I feel like it makes sense, and just like also not only because he's the ruler of Apocalypse, right? He's like the despot there. It's that he just in terms of just the way the character presents himself, his posture. He's not a character that makes exaggerated movements. He lets his eyes do everything for him for the most part. He's definitely someone I can see just being seated and using his what they call his beams again. They call Darkseid's beams, Omega beams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and like
For me, I think everybody's individually different. Like I said, but for me, I would rather have him standing and being that imposing character instead of sitting on a throne. That's just me.
do you feel
to
the
me, he's
Prime
an
1
imposing
statue
character.
works?
It does work. I've seen it, but for me, I'd rather have him standing,
Which one?
like the LBS statue that's coming out.
Does
where
the
he's-
Dark Side on throne?
yeah,
Yeah,
Prime 1.
it looks good too. Well, I like it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's new.
Oh, is it?
It just came out for pre-order not too long ago. So
If you're subscribed to Casual Nerd Problems, you would know.
I got kicked out.
what about you, Steve? What do you think?
Which piece should be a throne piece or
Yeah, I mean,
Dark Side?
anything.
Like I said earlier, Doom and Thanos are always going to be what's it called, throne pieces. But I know a lot of people won't like to hear this, but when I saw Superman on throne, like from Prime 1, I thought that was pretty cool, man. Like, I know Mr. X doesn't like this, but it commanded presence. As soon as I saw him sitting down and he had the Fortress of Solitude behind him, I was like, pull that man a chair, pull him a throne. So they gave
But
him
that's
that.
not in his personality.
Yeah, it's definitely not. But
I mean, it's badass.
yeah, it's
He's-
badass.
He's a
but-
badass. He could be a badass character. He's just a Boy Scout, so that's not really in his repertoire.
Yeah, completely.
As an
agree.
evil Superman, I can see it.
As the evil Superman, yeah, of course. But as him right now, I don't see it in his personality to be on the throne.
Matt, I shared the Dark Side on Throne in the private chat. Or try ahead
Oh, okay.
if you can share
Ooh.
it.
What about Spider-Man?
No, Spider-Man definitely on the throne.
You get all the Sinister
Thanks,
Six
Pete.
right under him.
That would be an abomination.
The Galacticus on Throne's gonna be pretty cool. That custom one that came out, I really like that one. I don't know. I'm gonna stick with Thanos and Doom.
Speaking of Galactus, would he be considered on a throne? Would that be a throne, or would that be just a machine he's flying?
It would be a throne piece.
Yeah.
If it's a high back chair, there's certain characters, the moment they're seated, it's a throne piece.
Hey, we're overlooking somebody. Hulk, whether he's regular Hulk or Maestro. What do you guys think about him being on?
If it's regular Hulk,
Inspiration.
hell no. Not
Hell
a,
Thank
no,
you.
yeah.
Thank you. Buck.
Gladiator Hulk, yeah. 'Cause he's
Okay,
Gladiator Hulk.
Gladiator Hulk or
He
Maestro?
actually did that in
Yeah,
the comic books
it
too.
makes sense with
No
like
one
certain,
reads.
certain versions of the character.
I would go. Sorry, Buck. Go ahead.
I would say if you're going with the classic representations of Hulk, no, not on the throne. Doesn't work.
But Gladiator and Maestro are cool, but not just regular Bruce Banner. I'm angry.
I wouldn't even do Gladiator Hulk.
What? That one was. You gotta read the books. That's why, right, Jarhead?
Unless you just said nobody reads the books.
I know.
Maestro, yes. It's completely different. It's completely different. Maestro, yes. Gladiator. I see Gladiator on throne just because he won some fights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not because he's a ruler or anything like that, or he's mastered anything. Whereas with Maestro, I mean, the name itself tells you, right? So I think it's different.
You know what I love about that though? Like that's not even his name. Like he right, Jarhead, in this one series where like the name Maestro didn't belong to Hulk. It belonged to somebody else until Hulk beat that guy up.
Took it. Yeah.
Hercules. Hercules in the series was Maestro. He
Yeah.
called himself the Maestro, and then he beat the crap out of Hercules.
He didn't just beat him up, he tried to eat him.
So
Oh.
Luke's asking, is there any Transformers that would be on throne that makes sense?
You give the example of
Meg-
Unicron.
Megatron.
Mega, yeah.
Oh yeah, Megatron would be cool.
Megatron, Unicron.
Well,
Queen-
Starscream too, right? He was on. They did a throne piece of Starscream. That made sense because he did do that in the show. But other than that, I don't think there's any. Because Optimus Prime wouldn't make sense to me to be on throne.
Nah.
Right.
I was gonna say something that Jared has been trying to like allude to, that he's brought up a few times, is that what makes a piece qualify as a throne piece? You know, what is the difference between a character simply sitting down and the statue itself being a throne piece? And don't confuse that with this character might be on a throne piece, but this character should not be on the throne, seated on the throne. Like when we have the Wolverine on throne, it's a throne piece. I recognize it as a throne piece. I don't think Wolverine should be on a throne.
No, I don't
Right.
think so. I don't think so. It doesn't fit his character.
Exactly. But what is it about that statue, or just any statue that you look at and you say that's a throne piece, regardless of whether the character should be on a throne or not? You know, what are the factors that make you go, this qualifies this one? And like throughout the discussion, like different times Jared has questioned me, there's certain answers I've given that I felt like I think that kind of makes it that's one of the essences
So
of
it's got to have a high back.
Yes, yeah, right. So it can't just be like something like a stool. It's got to have a high back. So that's
Yes.
one of the things. And then what are the other things that we come to that make us feel like this qualifies as a throne piece?
I think it also depends on how they're sitting on the whatever they're sitting on, because if they're lounging in it, I guess that's more of like a. But you can also sit in a chair with power, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
But if you're
Joker and Doom could get away with lounging.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
because
per-
like the
that's a
Tweeterhead
personality.
version, right? The Tweeterhead Joker on throne. Is there anyone here that doesn't think of that as a throne piece?
No, it's definitely a throne piece.
Yeah, but he's clearly just like splayed all over the
He's
chair.
lounging.
No,
He's
see,
not-
I think the Prime one. I like the Prime one. What is the Injustice? What is that one? The Joker, the 1/3 one.
Oh, the
He's
one
got-
with the girl behind him.
the one with
Yeah, the one with
Punchline?
the girl behind him, and he's got his lead. You can switch out. He's got his legs open or his legs crossed.
The Jorge Jimenez statue.
I don't consider that a throne piece.
Me neither.
Really?
Yeah, he's just.
I don't
sitting.
know. Yeah, me neither. I don't.
It doesn't.
really
It doesn't
consider
give the
throne
air of being on a throne to me. He just looks like he's sitting down. If that makes sense. I don't know why, but that doesn't.
That one gives total air of throne. That to me, that gives more throne than the Tweeterhead one. Especially his pose, his posture.
Does it have a high back? I don't remember if that. I don't think it does. Does it?
It doesn't, but like it's not a stool. It like I think it goes up to like at least
It's a chair.
mid-back.
I think
It's
it
like-
does. I think. it
Can I
has
show
a
the
high
picture,
back.
Jarhead? Really
Yeah.
quick? Yeah. So this is the one we're talking about right now, the Joker on throne from Tweeterhead.
The other one is what we're talking
Oh
about.
yeah,
Prime
I
one.
have
Prime
this.
Prime
we're
one
talking about
Jorge
both.
Jimenez.
Yeah.
I have the
So
Tweeterhead.
this one compared to the other one. This one to me because the chair is more thrown. It
It's
just
the
makes
high
more
back.
sense. Yeah, it's got a high back to it.
I have this piece. I love it, but I don't think he should be on that throne. I mean, I know the statue is called Joker on Throne, But I'm just looking at it like he's just in a chair.
Right. That's how I see it. As compared to the other one. Show the other ones if you.
That one right there. To your left. Yeah, that one. But yeah, right there.
See, but that goes. To me, that goes to the character. It goes.
To me, he's just sitting on a chair.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah, but-
feel like, and especially when
Yeah.
you take it
I
to the
don't know.
consideration, it's almost like a diorama piece where it's meant to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. This doesn't feel throne-like to me, and
Maybe that's what it is. It's a separation of a high back. Like maybe a high
guess
back chair feels more throne.
Yeah. I guess I can see what you guys are saying.
Because this doesn't. It just me.
Well, see, when you put the girl behind him, it looks more thronish, right?
Punchline.
Yeah.
No, to me, it just looks like she's standing over him. So it just to me,
It's
it
like
looks
at
more.
the club when you take
Yeah.
those pictures in the wicker chairs and stuff.
Yeah,
at the club.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're in the club.
Getting tipsy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
is there anyone in the live chat that thinks this Joker with like the seat that's seated here is a throne piece? Okay.
Bigger Con as does Namor deserve to be on the throne piece? I think Namor should be on the throne just
Yeah,
like
Namor.
Aquaman.
Namor. Yeah.
They're
Namor.
But that's the thing. I
princes
think,
of
I,
the
think
sea.
that,
They're
I
royalty.
think that's given, right? It's the
'Cause they're
kings and
Yep.
princes
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That makes
Same
sense
with
for being on
Black
the throne.
Panther.
Yeah.
Is this a
royalty.
throne piece?
No, not for
No.
me at least.
He's just sitting down on a broken piece of whatever.
It's a toilet.
That's straight out of the movie, though.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think it's a throne.
I think it's a throne.
You think it's a throne?
Nah,
Yeah,
no, that's
it's
straight out of the
Thanos.
movie.
It's a sewer
No.
pipe.
That's good. Like expand on that. What are you seeing here? That,
It goes to like everything we were saying earlier. That like, does it command like that regalness, like in a sort of way? Does it command like, and the character too, right? Like the Thanos is known to be like ruler or like that final boss level,
What's up, Vision?
and
The only
I
throne
agree with 50% of what you're saying, casual, because like I do think generally he's on the throne and he is like a ruler. I don't consider him evil, but I think he's a ruler. But when you look at this just particular statue from the side, it looks like he's on like a giant sewer pipe.
So it should matter what he's sitting on, right? Because if it's a
It
throne.
looks like a sewer
He's
pipe.
sitting on Sentinel and have Doc Arm.
see, like Steve.
oh,
So Steve, like something, this whole discussion, there's like I can't remember which philosopher was talking about it, but it's kind of has to do. It's a field of thought called like
piece.
essentialism, right? And it's like you're trying to boil things down to the essence of what it is. You know, if I ask you to define what a cat is, it might be hard for you to pin down like just small exact thing to explain what a cat is. But like when you look at a bunch of cats, there's something about cats that's like physical, like the physical traits that you can see and you say that's a cat. But there's things that cats have that another animal might have, but that doesn't make that other animal a cat, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like so he might be sitting, he might have the power thing, and he might have like a bunch of the qualities that are also present in a throne piece, but at the same time there's just something about it that's kind of missing. It's missing this like the certain essence that's at least for the rest of us, that's making us question whether this is really a throne piece, right? And it's like we're trying to boil things down to what that essence is, or like what those things that come together to make this thing a part of that group or that family, like that classification where we can say this is a throne piece.
And so, but that's what I was saying when it's like the character deserves to be on the throne, but just this particular pose, I don't think is a throne because it's an open sewer pipe.
Yeah.
there's like a perfect
Like
throne
that's
piece,
a
right?
throne.
Yeah,
That's the throne. That's Thanos on throne.
I think it depends on what they're sitting on too. Like if they're sitting on a bunch of dead bodies, to me that's not a throne. That's just they're sitting on dead bodies. Like
So
type-
even that Wolverine on the ninjas, do you think it's a throne piece?
No, it's named throne, but
Mhm.
It's not a throne piece.
It's not a throne piece.
It's not. It doesn't show any air of regalness. It doesn't have a high back. He's just sitting on dead bodies.
And this is another thing, right?
He's not the type of character that would be sitting on a throne.
I agree, but I still think it's a throne piece, and I can't figure out why I feel that way. But it's the same thing with how I'm saying. There's just you mentioned all those things it doesn't have.
Yeah.
But it has something.
But you don't care. You're like, it's still a throne piece.
No, yeah. But it has something. It has that thing.
Is it a high back on it?
That it's a throne piece. It's like if someone said, okay, a cat is a creature that has 4 legs, it stands on all 4s, it has a tail. Well, if I took a cat right now that was it was like a quadruple amputee, it was missing all like legs and like a tail. It's still a cat, right? But normally everyone knows that cats have 4 legs and a tail.
So it identifies
as a bobcat.
There's 2 more Wolverine pieces.
Bobcats have short tails.
There's 2 more Wolverine pieces that he just scrolled through. All right, click that Wolverine on Hulkbuster right there.
Mm-hmm. Is that a throne piece?
Is that a throne piece?
Yeah, I think it's a throne piece.
He's got his shirt off and his legs hiked up, or is he?
Or is a photo shoot? Either one, I don't know.
Or is he just enjoying himself after the battle?
Yeah,
he's just chilling after the battle.
It's also the fact now that it's borrowing from the motif of throne pieces with how it's displayed the like Hulkbuster. It's made it like a chair. We're getting into a point where like it is inspired by throne pieces, and it's calling on that mode. Like, it is such a meta discussion.
I shared a picture. Do you guys? Is this a throne? I dislike it a lot, but
Piggy, help him out. Help Buck out, Piggy. Help Buck out.
Well, yeah, of course that's a throne. It's a throne.
Yeah,
He's sitting on a throne.
I can see him as like a throne person. I don't see him.
But that's a different character. It's not Tommy. This is Lord.
Yeah.
Lord. What's his face? What is his name?
I don't know, man. You lost me with this one.
It's not Tommy. It's Lord. Drakon. Yeah. It's a different reality Tommy, but he's still a Lord Drakon.
So
that's pretty much the same pose.
I could see him as on throne though.
Yes, but he's on a throne, and he's a character that actually sits on a throne.
So
Wolverine is not a throne person.
That's Jarhead, can it be a throne statue even if the character that's on it is not meant to be on a throne?
Well, yeah, if they overemphasize the throne, I guess.
So wait, you
know
how we showed Logan on the Hulkbuster, right? So FigureCon said if this isn't a throne piece, then Maestro isn't a throne piece. And then is it like, so Vision, is Maestro truly on the throne, or is he on the Sentinel head after the battle? And does it now count as a throne?
Well, I think anything could be a throne. It's just like what Buck was saying. It just whatever representation that you want. It don't have to be actual chair. He just made that as a throne. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like Magneto on throne. So, I think that's a throne piece.
FigureCon is saying if we consider Maestro on the throne when he's in the Sentinel head, then we would have to consider Logan on the throne when he was sitting.
Logan can't beat nobody. Maestro can beat everybody. So that's why I look at that as a throne piece. Like Magneto, I feel like he could do damage. Like if Magneto versus Logan, Magneto tear him up in 2 seconds if he decided to. Like Superman can't be on throne. I don't see him that way, but if he gets mad, it's a wrap. You know, who can really beat him? But Batman.
What is a chair?
Because I can tie some milk crates together and stack up a throne. Am I on the throne?
Like that Thanos that was on them sewers. That's not a throne to me. That just looks weird.
If I put a character on trash bags and stacked really, really high, is that a throne?
It's a throne.
It is a throne.
Everybody that's sitting down is on the throne then, Buck.
No. It depends. If you stack the trash bag, because if it evokes the idea, because it becomes something like a self-referential thing where it becomes such a meta thing where it's like it is referencing the idea of a throne, and that's what makes it a throne piece.
So if I'm on a toilet and the seat comes up this high behind me, is it now a
That's-
throne?
See, the thing is, Piggy, you don't even need the high back always for it to be a throne piece.
It's how
But
I'm
it's-
commanding the presence from the
It-
toilet.
Remember everything I said about essentialism, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't have to have all the aspects. Because again, all cats normally are born with 4 legs and a tail. But
take
if
it
a cat
away.
if a
No
cat
cat.
gets born has a defect, doesn't come out with legs or a tail, it's still a cat. But it's a defective cat, but it's still a cat. And like,
That nerves.
especially if
We need
it's
that defective adjective to. Okay, I got it now.
you don't need the defective. In fact, you don't even need to use that. Again, if I was to ask you, describe what a chair is, how would you describe it?
Of course, it's something that you're seated in, like every throne is a chair, but not every chair is a throne.
I think it's a
Right.
character because
Yes, exactly. But that is then the thing is, just because they're characteristics that the chairs have, doesn't mean every chair has to have that characteristic for it to be a chair.
just pick one chair that you think is master of all chairs and put each character in that chair. If I can see that character in that chair, then you don't belong on that throne. And I don't see Wolverine on a throne. I wouldn't be nervous of Wolverine.
I
But
think
Magneto, I'd be kind of nervous, like up and down. Like, all right, you never
Well, I
know.
think it started the argument because, like, Mystique is a good example. That new one that's coming out, she's just sitting down.
So,
Like,
so
is
this
she on the throne?
statue right here, right?
Mhm.
She's
Yeah,
sitting
casual
down.
guy.
This is what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
Depending on how they're sitting down, so she's on dead bodies too, like Wolverine.
yeah.
So is this a throne piece?
Let me see it. Which one is it?
This one right
But
here.
her character don't demand throne. Like I don't look at her as that. Like that.
Oh,
There's
She can sit
several
down
things
and-
happening here that don't make it feel like a throne piece. I
that's
think
not a throne piece.
another aspect, another essence of what makes a throne piece is a relaxed posture, right? That is like right now she's mid-action, she's attacking someone. It doesn't feel like a throne piece. Like she's about to shoot.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't come off as a throne piece.
So-
especially because
So if they're doing any kind of action while they're sitting down, it's not a
so
throne
again, you're making it seem like this is not a multivariate thing.
Something like that. That show?
There's multiple variables that come together to make a thing what it is, right? That is just one of the things that disqualify this, and the other aspects of the statue are not strong enough to make it a throne piece. She might be seated, but because it's also not a high back chair, it's also the way she's seated is also not in a way that feels like it should be a throne piece.
And that's what I was
It's not
saying
e-
earlier.
It's not even an actual chair. All those things come together that overwhelm the aspects that are also similar to a throne piece. It's like you have multiple things coming up on the scoreboard, and either on let's say you got the things that make it more like a throne piece, the things that make it not like a throne piece. The stuff on this side of the column that make it not like a throne piece are way more than the things that do. So the similarities are less than the differences. The ideal throne piece is an actual royal seated on an actual throne.
But it
right?
doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. The further removed you get away from that, the less likely it is for us to characterize it as one, right?
Okay.
But that's the ideal, but it doesn't have to be the ideal in order for it to be that thing.
Yeah, I agree too.
So a throne piece is like water; it flows and ebbs.
No. What
Yeah,
we're trying to
go
do
back to the
is
cat
we
reference.
keep trying to boil this down to the essence. And I think the best way we get, because we're not the first people to. This is a school of thought already. It's called essentialism. You guys can go read up on it.
Yes, essentialism.
Wait, so we have to go read up on it, meaning you think
No,
that we don't have
I don't.
the
Buck's on his throne right now.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he's
right?
on the
Buck on throne, ladies and
Prince
gentlemen.
Nigerian
Buck on
throne
throne.
better
No,
than
that's an inference you're making based on what I
Hey,
said.
Buck, the
That
next
doesn't-
picture, would you consider him on throne? Like the next picture I just shared?
I can't see it. Yes.
Well, yeah. This is a throne.
Again, because it has multiple factors that contribute to it being, because there's not just that one thing. There's different aspects of it that will push you towards like making that characterization of whether or not it's a throne. Again, like I said, if you see a cat is supposed to have 4 legs and a tail, but there's other aspects of a cat that make it cat-like. If I was to ask you, do cats have fur? What would be your answer?
Some cats.
Not all cats. Some are both.
Right? Do human beings have hair?
Not all of them.
Right? No. But you guys are intentionally trying to be like obtuse, right? But like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. You would do the same. What are you talking?
Okay, do human beings have 2 eyes?
Not all.
Not all. Do human beings have 3 eyes?
No.
Hopefully not.
Nobody has 3 eyes.
So nobody has 3 eyes,
In
right?
the South, they do. Yeah.
But you get my point. But I promise you, there can be someone born with 3 eyes,
He's anti Triclops.
and they would be a human, right? There would still be a human being.
But basically, what like I said, I wanted to discuss this because it technically it's a pretty hard thing, like because some people consider some pieces throne pieces, and some people don't consider certain things throne pieces. It kind of depends on how you look at it, and trying to quantify what a throne piece is it's kind of hard. There's certain ones that are obvious throne pieces, but then there's ones, well, is that a throne piece? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there's ones that are obviously throne, like the one that Division just put up. That's obviously a throne piece. He's sitting on a throne. And regardless, like you were saying earlier, Buck, of the character, whether or not they would sit on a throne, if you put a character on a throne, it's a throne piece.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now there's certain characters that should and shouldn't be on thrones, obviously.
Like Batman.
Because Jarhead, it's like that. It's like what I mentioned. There's an ideal. And the ideal is a person, like a royal, like sitting on an actual throne, an ornamental chair.
That's one end of the spectrum. That's like the ideal end of the spectrum.
And then the further removed away you get from that, the less likely people are to agree with whether or not it's a throne piece.
Yes.
And then there's a guy that's just standing, and there's a chair like right next to him. That's not a throne piece.
Like XM White Queen, Emma Frost. That's
Yeah.
not a throne piece. She has
Unless
a throne
there's someone that
piece.
disagrees, and then we're
She's
about to
standing
start
next
a
to the
whole
throne.
rabbit hole.
She's got her knee on it,
But yeah, it's
she's
not a
sitting
throne
in it.
piece because she's not sitting in it, right? And like the perception is there's all those things that need to come together for us to say this is a throne piece, or like there's a confluence of those things. Some of them is necessary that we go, okay, that works. This can be characterized. We can fit it in this classification. And then there's just some things that they might even seem super close, but just because of a tiny bit, a little thing, it disqualifies it completely. Fun discussion.
Yeah.
I think what Jarhead said earlier, like it's like been like messing with me for like the last 10 minutes. Like Xavier on his wheelchair from the XM Studios. Like it fits all the like little.
I'm joking, but at the same time, I'm being serious. About it,
I took it as a joke initially, but like everything you guys mentioned, like it fits all those like categories and just the whole. Even him as a character, like he
makes sense to be on a throne because he's more of a regal kind of character, right?
He gets mad at rap. Yeah, I never looked at him like that, but
yeah. But
He
because we know it's a wheelchair, we don't consider it a throne.
Yeah.
But if we put that same character on something other than his wheelchair,
how anti-accessibility.
it's not. It's not anti. It's just that I don't want to classify people sitting in wheelchairs as being seated in thrones.
Can you imagine walking past a guy in a wheelchair and say, "Nice throne, buddy"?
Wow.
You got a curtsy.
Your Majesty.
he might stand up and hit you.
Real fast, I wanted to go over the Facebook group. I asked a couple questions, and what do you think as a character that should be on a throne? Cash Gemini says Victor Von Doom. Obviously, it's like the stereotypical, person that we think on throne. Mark Buck says Doom and Thanos only. Everyone else is better reserved for a different pose. Art direction. Queen Studio, Hulk, and XM Maestro are pretty special. Also, now that I think of it. Gabriel Riley says the leader of the X-Men, Cyclops. Do you guys see Cyclops on
No.
That's a good question. He's the leader.
Same in the bathroom.
It's going in there.
Luke says Kang the Conqueror, Doom, Magneto, Thanos, Maestro. He also says Spawn.
Oh man.
I could
Depends
see it, I don't
on
know.
what version of the character. If it's King Spawn, yeah. If it's just not regular Spawn, no.
What about that Lord of the Rings dude? Stormman, the white dude with the long hair.
They're all white.
Gandalf.
What's the black dude on Lord of the Rings? Vision?
They're
I
Numenorian.
mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Balrog.
Numenorian.
Balrog. Matt.
Gandalf.
Balrog.
Sauron the White, I guess.
X-Men Exclusive says
Gandalf.
they've done an Apocalypse, so he thinks there's Apocalypse, a Sinister, XM Magneto, Gladiator says that would be a good fit on a throne. Lilandra from the Shi'ar Empire, but obviously she's a queen, so that makes sense.
Luke says, well, Spawn had a throne built for him by the homeless guys in the alley.
Well, I mean, really, honestly, would that be considered a throne? Because it's the material and the type of thing he's sitting on.
I wouldn't see Spawn as sitting on the throne. He's more of a vigilante type.
So that guy I was talking about.
Gandalf.
That's a throne piece.
Saruman.
Oh, Saruman.
That's a throne piece.
That's definitely a throne piece, yeah.
Yeah, I can see Saruman sitting on the throne.
You know, he doesn't give an apple.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think a throne piece, it kind of depends. It really.
What about Mewtwo? Or Mewtwo, right? There's a bigger one. That's a bigger the Pokemon.
No, don't put Mewtwo on the throne.
Who?
Hey, Mewtwo. I'm talking Mewtwo. Like,
U2 the band?
no, like on Pokemon.
Mewtwo.
I don't know what you guys are saying right now. All I hear is
my
U2.
Saturday on
language.
MEW2.
Okay, Mewtwo.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but
You
got
gotta bring a
issues.
picture for him.
but yeah, like I said, I just wanted to
Mewtwo's name.
kind of define what a
Throne.
throne piece is. I don't know what the hell that.
This
looking
does
at.
not feel right at all, but that's the character, and he looks very weird in this sculpt.
At the end of the day,
He's
I think
powerful.
It's subjective.
Is that a
'cause I think
cat?
We got like 5 different.
No,
That's why Buck likes the cats.
Hairless.
Tail.
It looks like a hairless cat.
Hey, you're right though. Hey, so Buck, is that a cat?
no,
What is it?
it's just a weird design. I can't.
Describe what a cat is, Buckface.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yes.
Does it have 4 legs and a tail?
It doesn't stand on all fours. No fur. It doesn't have a nose.
Thundercats are cats. They don't stand on all 4s.
Thundercats are not cats.
They are cats.
It's in the name, Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Just because it's in the name. That's
They are
called
anthropomorphic.
that school of thought is called nominalism. They are not
No,
cats.
they are literally defined as anthropomorphic cats.
Just because someone says something is, they
Oh.
identify as cats, but they are not
They are-
cats. Just because someone says X is X doesn't mean X is not Y. I think in this case, Thundercats are not cats. There's something
Why
else.
can't? Why
I
can't?
mean,
it
one
be?
of them is called Chitara. So
She's
I
a
mean,
cheetah. Panthro is a panther.
What if I change my name to White Man? Am I white? Like,
If you
come
want
on.
to
it
be.
depends on how you
'Cause
identify.
that's how you identify.
All right, if you
Now
guys, are,
we're
if
Oh, so you
that's-
say you're black?
if that's how you guys think, then fine. Okay, then I guess I'm White Man.
So Buck, you're really black? I thought you was white all the time.
I knew it, Buck. I knew it.
He would have gotten away with it too if it
I'm
wasn't
actually
these kids
Chinese.
and that
I'm
dog.
surprised you guys actually figured it out.
If
All
you're
right,
from China, you
let's
can
get
be
the pictures because
Ni hao ma.
I don't know if we actually defined what a throne is, but
I think it's subjective, for real.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
you-
it's very subjective. It's up to the person that's buying, purchasing, and observing the statue. Because you may say this is just a person sitting down, and I may agree with you. and casual may say, "Nah, this is definitely a throne piece."
Yeah,
Depends on how
I think
far
certain
removed.
things are more obviously thrown pieces than others.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I guess, yeah.
What do the statue companies say on throne? Like Superman on throne. It's like I don't look at Superman on throne unless that Superman was like the movie
Some people
version.
might look at it.
I can see it in my head that because he went there like the movie version, he was sitting down. So
The
For
Fortress
instance,
of Solitude.
only some of us here think that Me Too is a cat, but some of us do not.
What is he, Buck?
It looks
He's
more
a
like
rat.
a kangaroo. It looks more like a kangaroo.
A
to me.
kangaroo? He's not a marsupial. Where's the pouch?
You haven't seen him standing out.
The pouch is gonna unfold when he stands up.
Did
I
you
don't,
see,
even know
like,
what I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
The cat that you just showed
Hey,
on
we
the
need to
throne.
try it. I got lost.
let's get a picture because this is getting weird. So speaking of Doom, this is another painted Doom. A little different than the last ones we've been looking at.
this grew on me. I like it now, like more and more. At first, I thought the stairs were small, but that's good.
I like this one. It's painted close to the one that I have that I actually like. It's painted almost those exact colors.
Oh, you have this?
I
No,
like
no,
the
I have the other Doom where he's kind of like at the columns overlooking Latveria, but the colors that this Doom is painted is almost identical to that.
I like
You think they
the
could've-
colors of the stairs on this one more than the other one we saw.
Octavia,
Yeah.
right?
What about the small dooms inside the hallways? Do you think they could be painted too, or do you like them better, more
Marble? Or stone?
marble?
I like them like that.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like a statue, like it would be real life.
Yeah, but see, I would like it to blend in with the color, at least the color of the.
I honestly can't stand the mask that he has on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
It looks too like updated, like or
Well, it looks like Will Rogers. What's it?
This is
Oh, yeah.
Buck. I mean, Piggy. What is it called? A Danger Will. What's
Oh, Robot from Lost in Space.
yeah, doesn't it?
oh, that was
Yeah.
Back in my day.
this looks
All right,
good.
here we go, Buck. It's always the white man bothering us, Buck.
yeah. I mean,
This looks good. I like the way it's painted.
so this was a kit, and somebody painted this.
They all came kits. So
I don't like his eyes. Like I don't see Doom like having a worried look over. I see him like even like with his mask off, it looks pissed off.
Yeah, it's because it's because the burns on his face. It just figured it.
His eyes is blue though, like the mask on by sticking the ladies. You know,
What do you think of this paint job, Jarhead?
I like it better than the other one we saw. I like the colors they used on the stairs and everything. The green marble.
Yeah.
It's better to me. And the black and the white. I like it better.
Yeah.
I think
Gold on the
it's
bottom of the
painted
stairs
well,
is
but the
great.
color choices are weird.
You don't like the
Yeah.
gold?
Oh man,
It's
I
like-
think the color choices are perfect.
Yeah, that gold
Like-
looks great.
I think it's like the application is really good, and then the choices they look like very weird choices.
Yeah, like I
Where
want
on what the stairs, the marble, the cape,
armor
the
looks nice. I like that
cowl.
black.
What looks bad,
The-
Buck?
All the architecture is just weird. It's like the color choices, what they chose to paint everything seems odd. And yeah, I guess the architecture. Doom himself is less so. He's not. There's no issue with Doom, honestly, with the way he's painted.
Is this a different?
It's pretty vibrant.
Is this a different portrait? The different mask? The other one later?
I don't know if I like the blue shading though, of the metal.
Oh, it might not be.
I think it
I like
looks
how-
good because it highlights the
I think it's a different mask.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a mouthpiece on the other one.
I like this one
And
better.
the eyes in the mask are different.
What's up, Terry?
Gotham Cinebites.
so I try to find a picture of back on the throne thing that somebody that's not sitting on the throne, but they can't even sit down, but you would look at them and say, "Oh yeah, he's on a throne." So we want to share that picture, and I want to know, would you guys consider this a throne, even though you know he's not a chair?
I heard that Terry is gonna buy that Succubus
second,
from
I'll try it.
Sideshow. and he's gonna keep it in his attic where his wife can't see it.
He better not fall through.
The succubus. But the succubus.
So,
Vision
Vision.
he can't sit down though, but like when you look at him, you're like, yeah, that's his throne, or that is a throne.
This isn't a throne.
Jabba
It's not
on
a
the floor.
throne. It's
It's
not a
on the floor.
throne.
Jabba
But-
on the
And-
floor.
But
And
it
you too,
invokes a lot
it
of
is a cat.
I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, the baby with meow. What is it? Meow.
Meow.
Somebody.
Team
Ryan
Rocket.
he opened Pandora's box with this throne business.
Yeah.
So some people are getting this in hand. It's a custom Venom transformation.
You like it? You like that green?
The green's
Nice.
a little bright.
I think the paint is kind of nice, but the sculpt is funny.
Green remind me of ooze.
I kind of like the green compared to other greens we've been getting for Venoms. Like they,
Vision said ooze.
Turtles. I wasn't turtle. I wish my turtles. Like, it's kind of green. That'd be cool.
I don't like the eyes, the white part, like the not his eyes, but on Venom's.
What's wrong with it?
There's like too much going on. I was like some looks like he's dead almost to me.
Like smoky, right?
Yeah.
Anyone with tryptophobia is gonna be very unsettled by this.
Tryptophobia. Explain what that is again.
See all those holes and stuff like in that. You guys seen Blue Waffle? Okay, don't search it up.
The fear of falling down.
Sam. No, Matt. Why?
You said tryptophobia.
I like that back, that back of the bust.
Yeah, this is actually a comic book cover. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Is it like a 1-to-1 scale or is it half
Yeah,
scale?
it's a one. It's a full size bust.
Oh, I get it, Buck. The holes in the I know what you mean.
This is some work in progress of a
Yeah,
Loki.
Yeah.
The on it.
It took a second.
I kind of like the helmet. I like the way I like the helmet.
Honest question, Jarhead. Does this beat the XM Studios one?
This is a different kind of Loki. Like if you've seen the whole Loki all together, I like this one more than that one. But this one's not comic book. This is more like a Viking Loki. You know what I'm
This
saying?
fits more like Assad Ribic's art style when he was on Thor.
So that one that you're talking about is more of like a comic book Loki. This one's more like Nordic, like.
Got you.
So,
Yeah, I remember seeing this one.
but it looks good. I like the paint job on this so far.
The
The
teeth look
sculpt is
crazy.
really good.
Yeah.
Who's the sculptor for this?
I don't remember who it was.
CMP.
Work in progress. Cable.
I feel like they don't do as many as they do Wolverines, but I feel like Cable gets done a lot.
You think so?
I think so. Don't want to argue with me.
I didn't realize that was an argument. I could argue.
This is casual on throne speaking.
Yeah.
I can argue with you.
Pontificating.
Mr. Sinister Love.
That's cool.
Actually, I like the color in the suit, like the blue. Not the red so much, but I like that shade of blue.
It's an STL, right?
Yes, yeah.
What do you guys think of the portraits?
I think both look great. Like,
So
yeah, I think they look great.
Yeah, I like the one with the teeth showing a little better. It's a little more menacing.
It's definitely better than XM's.
It reminds me of when Mr. X does his evil smile. One of those portraits.
Wow.
He also has the slick back hair now.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. The base is like the city, and he's like flying. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Alex Ross.
Yeah. On the back of it, it's the Kent Farm in Kansas.
Wow.
Oh,
See, I would have to have this where I can rotate it. You know what I mean? Like it would have to be on like an electronic Lazy Susan or something like that, because you want to see all the angles.
Dude, they even got a tractor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's like you have to be able
zoom
to
it in. You're
display that.
like,
Or either put a mirror behind it. You know, have a
Yeah.
mirrored background so you
It-
can see it.
is this a storytelling base to you guys?
Yes.
Yes,
Is it?
Yeah.
absolutely.
They even got the sun, like, because he's powered by the sun.
Mhm.
I don't read the book, so I don't know.
Got a long neck. Oh,
Yeah. You gotta read the
And they got-
comics.
The LexCorp Tower right there.
That's cool.
They got the
That is the
statue, they got
tractor
the
that
statue
shows.
of him in the city.
that small building in the back, that's me. That's my building. Back door. Free shipping.
The Man of Tomorrow.
Oh, it's cool though.
What?
If you look at the bottom of the base, you see Superman flying though. I think it's at the very bottom right by the S. I think that's him flying, isn't it?
Yeah, I said that.
But you missed that.
Mario.
No, I don't miss anything. I don't miss anything, Vision.
You know what I like about this Mario piece? It reminds me of that Joker scene when Joker fly from the movie Dark Knight. He jumps off the money and he goes like, "Call the Italian."
It's a Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, that Luigi is dope.
I'm
I
not
like how they do
sure.
the hammer.
Is this called bootleg or is this custom? It feels like bootleg more than
You can put
custom.
You can put them next to the Nintendo.
Super cool. You see that? Oh, that's cool.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, that's cool.
I used to love drawing this guy as a kid.
Yeah, that's cool too.
Yeah, that's
This
cool
from the
too.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this a lot. This is cool.
Peach.
Bowser looks really good.
Peaches.
Peaches.
Actually, my first statue I paid for in full was one of the Mario's. I didn't see it yet, but
I was gonna say, where is it?
I used to have money to put it on this Batman vs Superman.
Oh dear.
But it's the same company as these people. Like I think they do a good job. It's like one of the three.
The
I'll
face
get-
looks weird on this one.
Yeah. Oh,
I think maybe the one riding Yoshi looks all right. But the other ones we can see look weird.
All of Mario's forms. Form 1, Form 2.
Yeah. Super Mario. That's why he's on Yoshi. He's not, yeah.
Let's go.
So Mario's on throne right now?
Oh my
on
god.
sewer
What are you
pipe.
talking about? On
With
Throne?
that's the Thanos sewer pipe. It's the other side of it.
That's on the side.
It's the warp zone.
No, Piggy. You remember you said subjective.
oh, there you go. There you go.
There you
Mario
go.
on throne.
In his elements.
So
Mario on Throne.
is this Mario on mushrooms?
He's on
No,
my.
Matt,
He's a little
Mario
tan on this one too.
A little lit.
Where do you find this stuff, Jar?
This
I would
is,
get
this is
Luigi,
anime
for real.
stuff.
I will get this.
No,
Luigi.
yeah,
man.
this-
Yeah,
It's
this is
video
an anime.
game. It's a video game.
Oh, this is Luigi or the castle.
I will
The
get
Lost
this Luigi.
Mansion.
Yeah.
I'll put him by
M
my Nintendo.
Studio.
That's cool. I like that.
Oh wow. I never saw this.
I like how I didn't see that much space.
Yee, in Resalva face. It's
I
not
was
working.
just about to say that.
He
You said, "Oh wow."
said, "Yeah."
Hey, why is the eye so big? Like he just woke up.
Nah, this
You know why,
portrait is
baby.
not it.
You know why? Hey, jeez.
Say what again?
This is the right portrait to use. You can't use the old one.
Oh wow.
Nah, this an L.
The Wolverine looks good. I don't know what the wolf.
You know, like
Like
the
super messy sculpt. Even like the wolf is
So this is
like,
a cat, right?
I thought it was a turtle. It's a turtle.
Hey, whatever you guys think it is, it doesn't look right.
Wow.
I'd be more mad though. Like you got only 4 bow and arrows, and I got what? What do you got? Like arrows? Yeah.
Scope is noisy.
What part of the comic was what did that come from?
I mean, he
Oh,
does
you
happen to him all the time.
Can you go back, Jarhead? Is there arrows in the rocks?
Yes.
Oh, there is.
It's
The
more
arrows
dirt,
have-
more dirt right there, I think.
He's standing on his own.
Arrows have armor piercing.
They're very strong arrows, okay?
And a very strong bow shot them. Crazy.
It's a cool Wolverine.
So some punk Spider-Man.
Yes.
Cyberpunk, right?
You see
So
that?
each
The
one-
webbing just goes through his wrist. They probably fixed that before.
It looks like he just broke his left foot. Like he's like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Spider Punk.
It's
Oh
like-
man, his arm is broken. The one holding the
Oh,
guitar.
Jesus.
Some wonky ass. Ew.
Yeah, why do that?
Buck is hard on the Spider-Man all the
Look
time.
where his elbow is on that arm. What is going on?
Zam
Dumb, another one.
Or double joint is.
So you don't like this book?
I don't. No.
The bottom of the check is
Buck is hard
bro.
on
I mean, the
Spider-Man.
person's probably still getting better, you know. And you get better by doing
Got
it.
them chucks on.
They'll improve on the next one.
Yeah, I like the
This-
chucks.
I like this one. This one's
Me
cool.
too. That's cool.
This kind of goes. Well, guys have seen that other custom one with Batman? And he's staring at the suit.
Yeah.
This
I
would
saw
be
CMP the other week.
yeah, whatever.
I wish the
saw
suit
my
scope
copy.
was cleaner though. It's like a bit frumpy in areas where it shouldn't be.
Like around the waist part. Under
Yeah.
the shirt.
Like some deep pants on or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
They didn't sculpt the folds properly over there.
Or he was fat and he trying to put a bodysuit on like the girls be doing, like trying to hide it.
Yeah. The little pouch right there.
He looks too short, doesn't he? Like he should be a lot thinner and taller.
Yeah, thick. This Joker had to COVID.
Was working from home.
He's
Wow.
working from
Oh,
That's a
hard.
nice touch at the back.
Yeah, with the Batman.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Wow. It's like in the frame of the mirror, but whatever.
I'm considering a Jazz Inc. Animated Batman, so I wouldn't mind like 2 like a Batman and Joker animated statue.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, I got pictures of me in here.
Oh, wow.
Look how they gave him like
Sorry, I didn't mean to put these in here. I'm sorry.
sandpaper screwed
No,
in his skin.
Sandpaper.
It was dry that day, Buck. Okay.
Damn.
You got eczema,
You
sure.
should go see a dermatologist, Jarhead.
I didn't
Or
put
you
lotion
should
on that day. all right?
you should drink water. You're
didn't
you're
put
super
lotion on.
dehydrated. I guess most of the textures will like go away when you print it. So it's excessive. KO.
Oh, wow.
But this is cool.
Like now this needs texture.
Black Racer. This is
Yeah.
dope. I like this.
There's a lot going on that one.
He was really thin around the like lower waist.
Because he's like skin and bones,
Yeah,
basically.
the zombie, yeah. But
I don't know. I kind of dig it.
That's a weird running pose though.
Because he's punching at the same time. You ever punch and
Is
run
he?
at the same time?
I have.
I bet you have.
Is he actually punching him?
It looks like it.
Yeah, it looks
Like
like
but I don't know. Is he gonna punch the other arm that's cocked to the side, or
I think he tried to punch him, but then he missed. And now
and he's
the-
happy about it? I don't know. It looks good.
This is Wonder Woman that I don't know if you guys remember, but there was that Mr. Fantastic I had showed a long time ago with him stretching his arm. I've only shown like one or two, but this goes with it. It's a companion piece.
This is when Johnny takes her place, and
Are they going to complete the line?
I mean, they've done two already. I think they're doing Human Torch right now.
I would like to see a She-Hulk in the Fantastic Four suit.
yeah, that would be awesome.
I'm not liking the portrait, to be honest, on this one.
Yeah, that's why I said Johnny Storm.
Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Just saying.
A little bit of Dragon Ball Z action here.
It's actually, I actually like this.
I do.
Yeah, it's a nice piece.
That's
I'm
Broly versus.
curi- Gogeta. I'm curious how it will look when it's painted. That's when Goku and Vegeta fuse using the fusion dance.
Did you guys see that picture where they? I forget what piece they were showing, but they were blurring out like the background. It was at the factory. Like I'm starting to see that a lot lately. They blur out the back pieces so
That's
they don't
smart.
show what factory they're at.
It's still going to get out there.
I know.
But that's smart.
Look how big the base is on this.
So pieces.
Because this is the one from Dragon Ball Super, but he prefers the one from regular Dragon Ball Z.
I like this a lot, actually.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like the movement in it, like how like you can just see them moving, kind of, you know.
I just wish they could just find a way to stage it where you could see Gogeta's face better.
He's got really bad camel toe though.
They gotta
Yeah.
when they put it together properly. we gotta- I wonder why they use so much red wax to like print it.
No idea. I mean, normally that's for like detailed things, like the
Yeah, it's overkill, but I guess
You know, this is really cool and everything, but like this will be like almost impossible to pose, like, or like put on your shelf and.
yeah, that's what I'm
Great.
saying. So you
Great
can see
angle for
both the faces properly, right?
Yeah.
A lot of I that's why I don't like buying a lot of diorama pieces. I'm not sure if you'll be able to separate the bases, but I've been keeping tabs on this piece. The sculpt is nice.
Yep.
yeah. I thought this was pretty badass. I like this a lot.
Gear 5 Luffy.
It's crazy because I didn't notice it before, but if you look really close, the smoke has characters and it's like a storytelling base with smoke. It's nuts.
Oh, there's Mewtwo.
Godzilla on top.
The cat.
Oh my god. There's no I don't know. No, this is not versus Kaido. There's no Kaido on this.
No, that was a different one you're thinking about. The one with the dragon.
Yeah.
I kind of like this one better, actually.
I never paid attention that those were actually characters in there.
Yeah. They're all it's a storytelling. So this is pretty cool, like I said, because this is a different take on a storytelling base. You don't have, a round base with the storytelling. You have it's in the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
That's different.
Remember that Spider-Man where it was like they had the rogues coming up and like a totem pole out of the
Sideshow?
yeah. I think this is executed much better than that one.
I keep seeing.
You know what they said that was, Piggy? That was a Spidey senses.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hopefully he got treatment for that.
That's a weird trio right there, right? Video
King of
game,
Fighters.
comic, anime.
But some people can mix it and make it look really good. Like I think Mark Books mixes up pieces really well, and they look amazing. And then sometimes they're just mixed up.
Yeah. I'll take the one on the left.
This is a good statue.
God,
This from Pick. This isn't custom though. This is licensed.
What company makes this, but
Pickstar.
Pixar.
It's 1/6, I believe. Yeah, it's 1/6.
Oh, this is shipping here in a little bit.
I like the blue burns.
And you might get this. This is like, I want to say cheap, but it was definitely like $400 last I remember.
It wasn't expensive. It was like for the 6 scale, I think it was $400,
Mhm.
and like the core scale, I think it was like $600.
I like this better than the license piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheater head sucks.
Tommy gun and the suit that actually looked like it's been through some damage or some hard times.
Yeah, this is definitely better than the license one for sure.
I love the blue portrait. It's like the animated series. Look, that's really good.
I
like
love
how
the hair.
they did too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
The transition, eh?
yeah. Even the portrait on the normal side looks good.
And these guys always have like a good paint job for their pieces.
Yeah. And the sculpt too. Like in production, it's really good.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
A little bit of Warpath action.
No more mutants.
Not enough.
That's the only way we're gonna get this character.
Where's Scarlet Witch when you need her?
Wow.
I thought this was pretty dope sculpt.
I like it.
There's
What-
something that is bothering me. I'm not sure what's going on, like with his shoulders there, his traps. Or is that his chest? What's
It's just
Is
That's
it
his
because
chest,
of the
yeah.
design of the costume? It looks so weird.
Well, it's just like
It's because of the
too much.
like the hawk coming out, like the bird, the head of the bird. It makes his pecs look weird. I think also just in general it's weird.
I don't know. It looks good to me.
I just like it because I mean it's an okay sculpt, but I'm happy that people are starting to do the character because I don't think they're gonna get them otherwise.
There's another one out there. There's another custom Warpath out there too.
Oh, wow.
the X-Force one.
Well, they made this suit too. They made 2 different versions.
Uh,
You just have seen the X-Force one, but the other one, they made it both suits.
you don't know what I've seen on Jarhead. You don't know.
I know what you said. You said the X-Force one.
When you no, doesn't matter.
What?
It was just gonna. It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Well, and that's the end of the pictures.
See, Bug, you should have asked.
Go ahead, Buck.
The anatomy is not right on the chest. It's weird.
I have the same outfit, and it looks just like that.
It's not because of the outfit. When you move your arm forward, your chest shouldn't like.
I mean, you see
But
my
if there's
chest.
an eagle coming out of your chest,
Yeah, you
hey,
can't make
Look
it
at
happen.
look at my chest right here.
No,
See it?
your pec should like stretch, not like bulge.
But what if there's an eagle
Sculpting.
coming out of your chest, Buck? That's a different story.
That's the
Sculpting,
thing.
but-
It's not. I thought it was a costume designer first, but no. When you move your arm forward, your pec should be stretched like that, not like when you flex and push out your chest. Because to make your chest come out like that, you can't like have your arm forward. You get what I'm saying? To like flex your pecs, you can't have your arm forward. Like when you move your arm forward, the shape of the muscle changes. Whenever you move any part of your torso, your shoulder, or whatever, the shape of the pec, the way it appears, will change. Everyone's looking at me like, "Oh man, you're just hating on this Thunderbird."
No, really?
FigureCon sent me this picture. I guess this is one of his new statues. Then he asked me, "Do you think this is a throne?"
No, it's not. He's not on throne. It's a throne in the background.
He's in the throne room. Yeah, but he's not on throne.
So you gotta be sitting down when you're on throne.
Low key next to a throne is that's how it works.
Looking next to a throne.
Throne
Low-key
adjacent.
next to a throne.
Throne
Piece
adjacent.
though, but yeah, I don't think it's a throne. Throne piece, like we call it throne piece.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
just
standing
in a
next to a throne.
room.
So technically,
throne
it is
room.
a throne piece. He's just not on
He's
throne.
not on throne. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. That's cool.
I'm glad we got down to the bottom of what a throne is today.
Did we?
Did we? Did we?
We did not.
At the end of the day, Piggy was like, it's subjective.
It's subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that easy to say it's subjective, but like I understand where he's coming from. I think at a certain point it becomes subjective, but like at what point do we like depart from the point where it's like, okay, now we're getting to the weeds where like it's like a toss up between
Well-
like depends on the person.
We ruled out wheelchairs. We ruled out cats that identify.
Wheelchairs for sure are not throne pieces.
Well, then it's not so subjective. We could all unanimously agree that wheelchairs do not qualify as.
But no
as,
one
like-
agreed on folding chairs, so it's still subjective. Because Mystique was in a computer chair.
I'm saying to a certain degree, but like when we get to the wheelchair portion, we're like, okay, it's no longer subjective. It's
Like we had a Bride of Frankenstein sitting in a like champagne glass. Is she on the throne? You know what I mean?
This picture I'm sharing right now is LBS. They just shared this, I believe, and he said he's already approved. He's already approved.
Oh, I'll get this. This is
It's like the
Let's
coolest
go.
thing they've ever done.
Like,
It
like,
was-
I just talked about this too. This goes good with that jazzing
it's the first thing they've done that I'm interested in. Actually, Spider-Man kind of, but like this
Is this 1/3 though?
After Martian Manhunter.
Oh yeah,
He said he's gonna do some 1/6 scale too, right?
this looks beautiful. Like honestly, this like the best statue they've done.
Oh.
Wow.
Looks good.
It's alright. It's alright.
I didn't think this would happen. That's awesome, man. That's it looks perfect.
You got Bane. You got Poison Ivy, Two-Face.
Who's the one on the far left? You guys know? You guys like right
Mr.
on-
Freeze.
Mr.
Is
Freeze.
that Mr. Oh, it is Mr. Freeze. Yeah. Oh, it's
You gotta
funny.
read the books, Steve. You gotta read the books.
I gotta watch the show.
At least watch the cartoon.
And that's
man.
Joker behind Batman.
Catwoman. I will buy this in the beginning.
Wow.
Batman
How
in
dare
the front.
You see
If this is a 1/3, I'll buy it
back
day
there,
one.
Steve? That's Joker. Right there. He's holding a card. You see him?
Dude, I can clearly see the rain is gone. What? How's that song go?
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go? Nope.
I swear, I was gonna play that clip like 20 times tonight.
Michaels.
Yeah.
Jarhead, if you was interested in the statue, right? Would you want it painted already, or would you rather have it as a kit so you can paint it yourself, like your characters how you want it?
Well, for me personally, I don't do kits normally. It's just an extra cost, and knowing how I am, I would want to get like a super expensive painter to paint it, and that's just going to be probably double the cost of the statue. So, you know, for me, I just hope the painter does well. You know, the factory does well on the paint. But I'm not really a big like D3 likes kits. He does a lot of kits. I don't do kits very often.
I wonder if it lights up. That'd be cool if it light up.
The city.
Hey,
Hell, I'll laugh anyway.
I think Jesse Hernandez won the giveaway over on the other.
Jesse Hernandez.
Yep.
Didn't they give away already a bronze Thor?
I think the winner was
Never-
I don't want to say fraudulent, but something wasn't right with the winner. So
Okay.
maybe raffle.
You said Jesse won the that statue, the bronze one.
I think so. Jesse Hernandez.
Nice.
Well, yeah, that was all the pictures. That was the topic for tonight. I don't think we're any closer to figuring out what a throne piece is. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But
It's all
Uh,
Piggy's
see-
fault.
CMP, you got anything coming in? Got anything coming up? Anything?
Yeah, DHL hasn't showed up yet, so I want to go. No, okay. But I got this Godzilla piece. It's like a little miniature Godzilla piece. It's like, it's tiny, but that should be here tonight. Other than that, no, I shouldn't say. I'm looking at some pieces right. I'm looking at 2 pieces right now that came up on the buy sell trade group. So, Vision, stay away.
You have you figured out if you're going to StatueCon yet?
No, I can't go. There's no way. I got. Did I tell you I'm going to Comic Con? San Diego Comic Con now?
Trash.
All the whole week?
Trash.
I know, man. I would have went if the whole thing didn't work out, but it worked out. So I'll be going to Comic Con.
Biggie, what you got coming up besides StatueCon?
Yep, I was gonna say 3 things. We got StatueCon coming up. I'll be there July 11th through the 14th. The second thing is I'll be telling my cats that Buck said that their brethren are no longer cats if they're missing their limbs and their paws.
That's the opposite of what I said, actually.
And just happy to be here, man. I'm working on a new area of the house, a little small area that I was given that I can convert. So I won't be
Only 10,000 square feet?
Yeah. Oh, 9.5. So
Oh,
I won't have to hear Vision say I'm yapping the next time I say I don't have space or I'm running out of space. So just happy to be here, man. Love chopping it up with you guys.
Appreciate you. Vision, what about you, man?
Yeah, nothing's coming up. Happy to be here as well. I'm happy to find out that Mewtwo is actually a cat. So I didn't know.
Oh my god! I still don't know what you guys are talking about, but Buck, what about you, man? You got anything coming in? Anything anime related coming up?
No. Actually, there's a company that made a bunch of stuff. Like pretty much the only custom anime stuff I have on pre-order. I have like 3-4 things on pre-order from them, and they were in flux for a while because of the whole issue with factories getting like closed down for producing customs, and like how they arrested one of the owners. You guys know that channel? What's it called? Nerdy Sphere on YouTube. So they do like the unboxings where like the guy will sometimes throw the statue from the second floor or something, the box, sorry. And they do a lot of dramatic stuff. They unbox all the anime pieces, but that guy's also involved with a lot of production. And so he got arrested. There was like a whole issue where the company I like to buy Dragon Ball pieces from, they were on, they're trying to lay low for a while. So they weren't giving people all the answers. And recently they decided that they were gonna not put the certificate of authenticity and some other stuff that was supposed to come with the statue in the box so they could release it sooner. But because of that, they said they're gonna be able to release a bunch of stuff like sooner. It's coming soon. So statues I pre-ordered,
I've actually seen the guys you were talking about, them throwing stuff off the balcony.
Yeah,
I've actually seen that. They have like a bunch of like big old statues in their foyer, right? When you come
yeah, exactly. Those guys. And so like hopefully I got a Cell and Vegeta on the way. Maybe in the next 3 months I should see like a shipping notification.
Got you. Matt, what you got going on? Anything?
Oh, they taking that?
Back in my day, people didn't fall asleep on stream.
Yeah, I don't think he's asleep.
I think he is supposed to sleep.
Look at his
I'm in his head right now.
Matt, you got anything coming up?
He was meditating.
You're on mute again.
Oh, you're on mute, yeah.
Nah, man. I'm copacetic.
Got you.
I'm on cruise control.
Taking a little nap.
He was meditating, Josh.
Well, like I said,
I drink, so that was.
I appreciate everybody for coming through again. As always, everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel. I always appreciate everybody talking statues and trying to figure out what a throne piece was tonight. I think we're all still confused, but appreciate everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Mystique was definitely not on the throne.
Cat was on the throne.